I'm Sarah Borkson-Keto here in New York City for NAREIT's REIT Week 2018 Investor Conference. I'm joined today by David Weinreb, CEO of the Howard Hughes Corporation. Welcome, David.
Thank you for having me.
In the master plan community segment of your portfolio, what impact are you seeing from interest rates right now?
So we haven't seen any impact to date on rising interest rates. We have approximately 7,600 acres of land to sell in our residential land components across our master plans. Interestingly, Las Vegas and Houston have been named by several sources to be two of the fastest 5 growing cities over the next 12 months. So we're very, very pleased with the demand drivers that are in place in our communities. And to the extent that interest rates do ultimately have some effect, we feel like the diversity of product that we're able to offer across the board helps mitigate that. But as said, to date we've seen no noticeable impact on rising interest rates.
And how would you characterize trends in the strategic developments and operating asset segments?
So, as a way of background, in our master plan communities, we're the largest landowner. We control our ecosystems, as we like to call them, in these small cities that we build. And so we're building all product types, and we're essentially controlling supply and also price. To give you some context, the Woodlands in Houston is 28,000 acres, roughly 1.5 times the size of the island of Manhattan. And we've got about 120,000 people living there currently, with that population expected to grow to about 250,000. That's the size, a nice sized suburban city in the United States. Also interestingly, we have about 70,000 people a day that commute into the Woodlands to work in our Class A office space. So it's very unique. When you think about a master plan, you don't think about people living there, consuming there. You think about them living there and then leaving and going out to work and consume in other places. Very, very excited about what we have. Also, statistically, recently, both Las Vegas and Houston were named in the fastest growing cities in America, in the top 5. So we really like the demand drivers, and to the extent that interest rates, again, affect anything we're doing, the fact that we have such a diverse product type, both in our residential land sales, but also in our commercial areas, gives us complete flexibility.
And turning to the Seaport district in New York, ESPN recently opened its studios there. What impact do you see that having on the overall development of the property?
So we're very excited about their presence there. They started broadcasting at the beginning of April, originally with 1 show. They're up to several shows now. 8 are planned. And 3 interesting facts about the deal. It's the largest or the highest rent ever paid in Lower Manhattan to our understanding. We put out very little of the tenant allowance that went out. And most importantly, whenever they're broadcasting, on an hourly basis, they have to say they're coming live from the Seaport. And if they're around the property, in areas where some of our sponsors have committed to be with us for multiple years, like Heineken, who has the Heineken River Deck now. And if they broadcast from there, they have to say they're coming live from the Heineken River Deck. So it's really a great force for us, really put the Seaport at the next level. The other people that we have coming in, the programming that we have, starting with our summer concert series, is really dynamic. You may have heard that Amy Schumer's opening up the roof on August 1st. Kings of Leon, who I had not heard of before, but sold out immediately for 2 shows, the 2nd and 3rd of August. And we have great artists like Sting, Shaggy, Diana Ross, Gladys Knight, just an amazing array of talent. Deadmau5, that will all be there over the 60 to 70 days that we'll be having our concert series for the first year. We've got 10 Corsa Como that's led by Carla Cesani, coming to New York, truthfully coming to the United States. It'll be their only U.S. operations here, opening up for Fashion Week in September. John George will be opening up his fish restaurant in October, perhaps early November. Then we've got Andrew Carmelini opening up his Chop House next year. Helena Henderson from Malibu Farms opening up before the summer. Just all these great things. And what we love about this district that we control is the fact that it has so much character and it has so much history, as really being the place of innovation in New York. The building, Schermerhorn Row, was actually where the World Trade Center was several hundred years ago. And so we've really embraced the history of the Seaport, and we call it our port of discovery. And our goal is to have offering after offering that you wouldn't typically find anywhere else in New York. I hope you'll come down and experience it if you haven't already.
Sounds great. Thank you very much, David.
Thank you for having me.
And for more from REIT Week 2018, be sure to visit NAREIT's website, REIT.com.